Another thing I learned from rich, successful, smart people is this: if they want you, they will hunt you down. I have a friend who is now engaged to be married to an extremely rich guy. And you know how he found her? He saw my friend on his friend, mutual friend's Instagram story. He immediately DMs the mutual friend and he's like, who's that? I need to meet her. Not I need to meet that girl. So she was like, okay, I'll meet the guy, I'll go out with him. But she knows because she's smart and she plays games. By the way, if you're gonna be like, that's toxic, like, get out of here. You seriously think she was gonna be like, oh my god, like, I like you so much too? No. She was like aloof herself, did her own thing, was dating other guys. He knew about it, but he was like, I don't give a shit because I know what I want and she's who I want. Fast forward a couple of months, she has a ring the size of an ice skating rink on her finger. She's traveling around the world. I don't even think she works anymore. She's living the life. She's happy as a clam. And that guy could not be happier either.
What she's talking about is nothing but facts. When I met my fiance, it was at an art exhibit on the East Coast, and he was a ladies' man because I discerned that he was. So he was asking me questions because I noticed that he noticed me. And so he pretty much approached me and he was talking to me. And I pretty much info dumped about PTSD. And he said, so you just tell people your diagnosis and stuff? I said, yeah, I do. And so he knew I was doing that to get him to not talk to me because he was very smart. And on top of that, I didn't just give this person my number. He found me. So I left because I didn't live there. So when people tell you men with means do not pursue, those are lies. Those are not the type of men you want anyway. They don't know how to compete. And when I say he didn't care about another guy, he was like, I know they're not me. And literally, he's doing background checks on these people because I'm like, well, how did you get my number? And I believe that would be a part of the game, I guess you could say, because it's not that I didn't like him. It was just more like I sensed this person was going to hurt me. And he did, but it wasn't the way I thought. It was he passed away. Not I found out something so salacious. And our biggest argument was, you just need to stop working. Why do you work? You don't have to. Like I got this. And I loved information, so that's why I worked a lot. It was like, I like learning things. I like this. This keeps me going. And I had my own thing, my own life. And he constantly pursued me. I went out of town to go see this guy one time. And this guy somehow had this opportunity to, I guess, this rare edition car he had to go look at or whatever. And I already had reservations at this restaurant, like somewhere else. So I'm still going to the place I'm going to. And guess who shows up? My fiance. So he's like, so let me get this right. You drove down there and this guy wasn't available. It was just so many things that when people say, well, black women don't have these opportunities or black women this, and I'm like, yeah, we do. This is why loving yourself is very important, because you're not going to lower your standards and you're going to go where you're literally respected and seen. And when people say, well, I've loved myself, I spent time with myself. No, I mean, in love with yourself, to where if a joker walks up to you who's literally not about nothing, you're not going to talk to him because you're so impulsive, or it's like you're not hungry. You know you're good company. And for me, I know that whoever I'm attached to, or if I'm around them, they're going to be blessed. Now, my fiance was aware of that because he was like, you're a catalyst for a lot of things. And I didn't know exactly what all that meant. But when I realized the gifts I had, when you're a woman who's gifted in a lot of ways, what happens is when people are around you, just them being attached to you, they get blessed. So that's why I'm very limited to the people I talk to. But yes, when a man finds his wife, it's done. He's like, yeah, I'm good. It doesn't matter who he was talking to, didn't matter. And I was just like, well, I want to be prepared, because even though we were engaged, I was just like, I'm not ready to deal with all these things, because when you're someone's wife, you're their ambassador. And you take on points and more digs and just all kinds of things, because women are not happy for you. And if you don't have tough enough skin or whatever, because when people have a certain amount of money, you can't just pop off. This is not a TV show. you don't assault people. That's very inappropriate and extremely terrible decorum. So that was another reason why we got along very well, because I was not impulsive. So yeah,